What's what's up, YouTube? It's your boy. Still, oh no, we're back with another reaction. Today we are going to react to "Hip Hop Is Not Dying. The World Is."
Totally narrow-minded to
Gotta
think
keep
that it's
going.
as dominant as it
Hold on.
used to
Let's
be.
let's
And
bring it
most of
back a
you
little
know me
bit.
as the hip-hop guy, and don't worry, I heard anyone say recently, video games are not as good as they used to be. Movies are not as good as they used to be. Cars, the NBA, the NFL, music is not as good as it used to be. And no, you're not crazy. There's a lot of truth to these statements. Now, hip-hop is not dying, but you have to be totally narrow-minded to think that it's as dominant as it used to be. And most of you know me as the hip-hop guy, and don't worry, I'm not about to just shit all over this genre that made me. I still love it, and I ain't going anywhere, so get that out of your head. But most people who've been discussing this topic exhaust these same old arguments. The beats are repetitive, the lyrics have no meaning. They only rap about murder, girls, drugs, and money. There are too many
Not true.
clones.
True.
They're just trying to go viral and not create art. They're clout chasing, violence, blah blah blah. Now, those are some good points, and they ain't wrong. But the problem is so much deeper than that. The truth is, our world, our species, human civilization is advancing into something far.
This is what I haven't told nobody this, but this is what I just been telling myself, bro. Like, I never really get mad or like upset when certain things are happening because it's just the world evolving, bro. People are starting to get like weirder, or I don't know, I can't really explain it, but like people hate for fun now. Like they'll genuinely like to be mad or just hate for no reason. And that's I don't know what it is, bro. But the world is changing and I'm here for it. I'm not mad about it. You know, people gonna be like how they are, you know. So it's cool. I never trip about it.
Far more complex than what we used to be, and I know I'm coming off extremely pretentious and
The world
annoying, and
the world is gonna keep changing no matter what. Everything's gonna keep evolving. So rap is never gonna go backwards to what it used to be. You never gonna get that same feeling. If you want that feeling so bad, make it yourself. 'Cause
trying to be too smart. Just let me cook for a second, because I really think I got something here. Now, I'll start by saying something positive about hip hop. There have never been as many artists making high quality hip hop records as there is right now. Let me rephrase that. Hip hop is still really fucking good, but most people are just too busy or lazy to go and look for it. And listen, I'm included in that. If you want the good stuff, you gotta dig for it, but most of you won't. Which brings me to my first point. You are being overexposed to media, which leads you to being paralyzed by choice and therefore never feeling fulfilled. 100,000 songs are being uploaded to Spotify every day. 3.7 million YouTube videos are uploaded every day. There are dozens of high-quality movie streaming services uploading millions of hours of content every day. And having too many options has been proven to be a bad thing. In 2000, psychologists from Columbia and Stanford University published a study about jams. On a regular day at a local food market, people would find a display table with 24 different kinds of jams. Then on another day, at that same food market, people were given only 6 different types of jam choices. The store sold more jars of jam when they only offered 6 different choices. It's easy to feel confident and fulfilled that you chose the right jam when there's only 6 jars, but when there's 24, you start to feel overwhelmed. You start to wonder why there's so many in the first place, and you realize it's just less stressful to not choose any. You shouldn't feel bad that you can't choose what is the best music or content to consume out of the millions of options. It's much easier to just listen to an album or song that you already know is good, one you've been listening to for
All of these
years,
albums are
rather than
fire.
to dive
Okay,
into the haystack trying.
not gonna lie, Life of Pablo, I wasn't a fan of it at first. When I really sat down to listen to it, I wasn't really a fan, but it's not bad at all. That's still a
Trying
good
to
album.
find the needle that could be your new favorite
It's just not
song.
my
And that's
favorite
what
Kanye
most people
album,
are
if I'm
doing.
being
In
honest. Late
2021,
Registration
70%
is
of the
favorite.
USA market was listening to old music over new music. But let's say you wanted to navigate the millions of songs uploaded every month. This is what that arduous process would look like. First, you'd have to stay up to date with hundreds of artists and when they are dropping, which means you'd have to follow some sort of social media page that promotes new music. But those pages generally only post what's considered popular, since they need likes and engagement on their posts so they can grow and sell promotion to labels and smaller artists. I'm not hating, life is expensive and I understand people gotta make money. I mean, this exact problem has destroyed countless music YouTubers. There used to be dozens of channels harvesting a community of music fans. Now there are only a few left because if you use 3 seconds of a song in a video, you get copyright claimed and they take your money. How are you supposed to make videos about music if you can't play the music? And if you can't make
Bro, that is the thing, bro. I want to react to music so bad on YouTube, bro. But it's like I get copyrighted every time. So I feel like there's really point at, or either they're just gonna block the video. So it just feel like there's no purpose to react to the music, and it's kind of stupid because isn't like the whole point is to push the artist out there and to like get traction and reactions to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that experienced with YouTube yet, and I don't understand why they do it. But to me, it's just stupid. I feel like artists' music should be reacted to and played and without having to without the YouTuber getting the copyright strike, bro. I understand that, and I be confused because I be seeing some people they be reacting to the music. I want to try it, but I don't want to take that risk right now. I'm gonna
make
dive
money off the
deeper into
video,
it
it's
later.
too expensive and time consuming to put the care necessary to build a following.
Every Ox Battle video I've uploaded since April has been demonetized, which I'm not gonna lie has kind of destroyed the series, which is why it's important for me to thank today's sponsor, Aura, for helping support the channel. Are you tired of receiving those spam calls from unknown numbers, but they make it super hard information? Aura threats you carry VPN in place and app.
Out of
It's really
CC.
convenient. You
Patrick.
can either let these data brokers keep profiting
Damn!
And they have the door out now. The algorithm actively hides the posts because Instagram and TikTok do not want them posting anything that is going to take the user off their app and onto another. So even the artists that you follow and want to be notified when they drop won't show up on your feed. The only way an artist can get around this is paying for exposure through
Yeah,
ads.
yeah.
Therefore, the artists with the most money, whether that be independent or signed to a major label, are the ones that end up on your feed. We all know that money doesn't buy talent, and 99.9% of the time, the talented artists don't have the money to rise to the top of the algorithm. So then the artists become desperate. And can you really blame them? They begin performing gimmicks and antics on TikTok to get a crumb of organic exposure, like making some stupid song that only people like as a soundbite in the background of other TikToks. And when the artist gets rewarded for this strategy, they do one of two things. They get resentful that people liked this stupid thing that they created for attention, and then they go back to making the actual music that they wanted to create, only for that music to fall on deaf ears because the listeners were never really fans of them. Or they continue to make gimmicks hoping to go viral again, leading to the repetitive cycle of nonsense that nobody actually likes. So then why are record labels signing these gimmicks knowing that they don't
Man,
really have that much
to anybody who makes music or just does anything in general, just keep doing it, keep putting in the work, and eventually you will get the traction that you want.
to offer? Won't a label make more money off the next Tyler the Creator, J. Cole, or Kendrick Lamar? Well, yes,
But
but
everything he's
that's
saying
way
is
too
facts, though.
risky. For around 100 years, an artist had like one way to make a music career possible. They would record a demo, perform shows in the closest city to their home, and hopefully gain a reputation for being a promising talent. Maybe they would get the attention of a
Bro, when I
radio or
perform, I'm
club
gonna go
DJ and get
dumb,
their
bro.
music broadcasted to a larger but still generally localized market. Then music labels hired A&Rs to scout talent like a football coach, going city to city visiting small clubs, bars, and listening to local radio stations to see who has potential for a record deal. If the artist was lucky enough to get a record deal, they would have a team dedicated to helping develop the artist, fine-tune their music, image, and creative direction, then push their music out to a national market and see what cities take a liking to their new talent. And as
Bro,
you can
this light is
imagine, this
making
was
me
a
get a
massive
headache,
time
bro.
and financial investment, and record labels would continuously try and market these
But
artists
it's like
even
y'all
if the
can't see
fans
me,
weren't
bro.
immediately
Like I'm too dark.
impressed. Why? Because they believed in their talent and spent so much effort to discover and develop
I'm still
them.
listening to the
Labels would
video,
also
y'all.
scout and sign a wide variety of different talents because if one artist didn't work, well, it didn't make sense to push the exact same sound. These A&Rs were trained professionals. They were humans using their human experience to invest and promote what they think other
That's still not
humans would
good.
like. And it worked
The
like that,
flash is
almost
like messing me
flawlessly,
up.
for like 80 years. Okay,
Hopefully y'all
flawlessly
can still
might be
see
a
me.
little bit of a stretch.
At Full Sail, we take a unique approach to teaching the art of filmmaking.
The old way made it basically impossible for a new artist or an upcoming artist to break through. Like, we were
Where
way
did he
too
come from?
reliant on record labels. There were probably so many great artists that never got discovered because an A&R for a music label just never happened to be where they were when they were performing in some bar or bowling alley. For the average person, the only music that existed was stuff that was on the radio or in movies or on MTV or just what their friends liked. But that's also what music that once unified us is now dividing us. Before everyone had smartphones, the internet was a fringe hobby that introverted people and children used. Chameleonaire, Soulja Boy, and the entire SoundCloud rap era used the internet to create a wave so dominant that it changed the music industry. From 2012 to roughly 2018, SoundCloud was a place for innovative, interesting, and counterculture rap music. Being a SoundCloud rapper was perceived as someone who had a failing music career, which made the community stronger and more cult-like, rooting for these rappers to win. But then the internet rapper became a normalized, formulaic career path that labels figured out how to dominate, and the community aspect around internet rap disappeared. The algorithm made the process of discovering talent less about taste and more about objective data. A&Rs are now just data analysts who look for boosts in streaming data. Record labels don't care how the music sounds, they just care if people are listening. But as we explained before, people are not necessarily listening to music for the same reasons that they used to. And sometimes the algorithm or streaming data is just wrong. It just doesn't mean that the song is good or that the artist is objectively talented. It could be random. It could mean nothing. Think about the YouTube algorithm. You watch one video about dogs. All of a sudden, you see another one recommended to you. You click that. Now 3 are recommended. You go down one YouTube wormhole and your whole feed is transformed into only dog content. Music algorithms operate similarly. Let's say you listen to a couple Pop Smoke songs on Spotify. You start getting recommended similar artists who are using the same style beats and sounds. Before you know it, your Discover Weekly is flooded with every Brooklyn drill and UK drill rapper in existence. You were in a drill mood for a couple of days and now Spotify made it your entire listening experience. Then the upcoming artists are incentivized to copy someone else's sound because the only way they'll make it into the algorithm is if they can be categorized alongside another bigger artist. So you have to manually trick the algorithm and listen to a bunch of different stuff on purpose to get recommended a decent variety, or not rely on the algorithm at all. But it's hard not to rely on them when they're extremely convenient. And this is a little bit of a tangent, but it's crazy. The other night I was driving and I was going to pick up some food
That's
for
what car I
dinner,
bought.
and there's a car
Yo,
coming at me and their
wait, hold on.
headlights just I was driving and I was going to pick up some food for dinner,
Yo, I'm
and
slow, my
there's a
bad.
car coming at me and their headlights just totally blinded me. I didn't say anything, I didn't make a noise, I didn't text anyone, I didn't call anyone, but I did think to myself, like, dang, their lights are so bright. And I started thinking about, okay, is this legal, or like, can they get in trouble, or why are they so bright? Just all these questions about these bright headlights. I pick up the food, I get home, I pop on YouTube, and what do I see? A video titled, "Blinding Headlights Are a Growing Problem on US Roads." And no, this was not a new video. It's 6 months old. And no, I don't watch content about cars or about headlights or social problems. And yeah, I watched the video. And I'm honestly glad it was recommended to me because I really wanted to know. Like, aside from this being kind of scary and creepy, like, how is the algorithm inside my head? It's incredibly convenient. The convenience of being recommended content, or in this case, music, is slowly destroying our autonomy. You have to actively go out of your way and make small choices, such as, like, what music you want to listen to defeat the algorithm, which is why editorial playlists that are created by humans should be a saving grace. Keyword, should be. A human analyzes the streaming data, then listens to confirm if it's a good song or a unique song, then adds it to a playlist for people to listen to and enjoy. But unfortunately, Spotify playlists are corrupt. Shocker. They are doing the exact same thing
What?
they've been doing to radio forever. Payola. Whoever pays the most money to the tastemakers, aka the radio DJs and playlist curators, makes it to the top. Upcoming artists realize social media is not a fair market and they get desperate for exposure by sacrificing their art.
That is very, 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 very true. That is very true. Um, Not that I'm like, that deep into the business where I know, but like, it's very easy to tell. Like, the more money you have, the more you can push yourself out there basically, you know, it's all about connections and all of that. I don't know, man. But to anybody who like anything, like, because I feel like that happens not only in music, but multiple, multiple departments of like just work or anything that people do. People are gonna find some way to get themselves to the top, and most of the time, it's with money. So basically, what you got? What my advice is, basically what I said earlier in the video, just keep doing what you're doing, man. God gonna recognize that you're working hard, and He gonna give you. Just keep doing what you're doing.
art. And the fans who are too busy to become full-time A&Rs get screwed because they think that what is being recommended to them or what's on the radio or what's on Rap Caviar is all that music has to offer right now. But the truth is, right now there are so many objectively great artists making great music, like probably more than ever. Just take the YouTube channel Colors as one example. Every few days they upload a video of a talented artist who likely has a full catalog of great music you can go and enjoy. So why do you feel deprived of great music when it's obviously not that hard to find? Well, that's because it's not necessarily the music that you're craving, it's community. It's a sense of belonging. You have been lied to. You have been told that you should be more
What's that?
ambitious. You
Joe
should be a
Rogan?
boss, a hard-working Sigma grindset demon chasing a life filled with experiences, material things, and forget all that having a family, simple life nonsense. Young people feel this pressure. We feel like no matter what we're doing in life, it's not as good or as fulfilling as what it could be. I mean, just open any social media app and you'll be overloaded with all the amazing things you could be doing. In fact, you probably got this grind set mentality not from people in your neighborhood or the people who've been stuck in your town for generations, but rather other people online. Over half of Americans spend more than 50% of their time online, and although we are more connected than ever digitally, we still feel alone.
Oh, my bad, yo. New anime? Y'all know I love a good anime trailer, even though I get copyright striked all the time. What is this? Do you agree that the previous is relevant to you? I'm gonna skip this.
34% of Americans expect to spend more time
Subscribe to your boy, and hopefully in the future we can get that.
by themselves, with 37% saying they don't interact with anyone at least once a week. Now, most of us are alone because most of us don't really have a third place. Think of your home as your first place where you spend, most of your time, and then work or school as your second place. Where is your third
Finally.
place? A
My
home
bad,
away
I'm
from
getting
home,
sidetracked, but I
where
really need
people
a
feel
light in here because
comfortable
I
and
can't
at
keep using this
ease, a place
flashlight,
where you
bro.
can pop
It's
in and
starting
out
to
with
give me a
little or
headache.
no money. Coffee shops, barbershops, pubs, plazas, recreational spaces, YMCAs, parks, record shops, skate parks, hangout spots where we would bump into acquaintances, interact with strangers and build a sense of community. A place where maybe you could listen to music or discuss music or argue about music with people. Now, there is one glaringly obvious third place for music people: concerts. But in hip hop, concerts are a mess. They suck. Hip hop concerts are by far the worst live music experiences that there is. They are typically bad
Man,
performers with a crowd full of people too cool to participate. And on top of that, the shows are insanely expensive. I spent
facts. Anyways, YouTube, I'm sorry. I gotta cut this video short. I have to go somewhere real quick. Um, Hope you enjoyed this reaction though. Shout out to Patrick CC for making this video. I was stressing because I couldn't find anything to react to, and he just popped up. I was like, might as well react to him. You feel me? Anyways, my bad. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Wait, subscribe to Instagram. Subscribe to the Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.